the plaintiffs and filed a lawsuit. They did.
And when was this filed? And what for?
It was for election fraud in the March 15th Illinois Democratic primary in Chicago because votes were flipped, and it was witnessed because we did an audit in the warehouse.
Right.
Also, a great number of provisional ballots were given, and we watched the counting for the provisional ballots like in 2 days.
So who was stealing for whom?
Democrats.
Democrats were stealing the votes from.
From Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was blatantly stolen.
And the problem was, and we knew it all along, WikiLeaks did, and this whole thing with Russia, blah, 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 is a bunch of crap because anybody could hack into,
Right, exactly.
But anyway, some of the fault lies with the Sanders campaign because they should have sued.
Yes.
In all the states he lost.
Yes, I'm totally. I mean, I wasn't a Sanders fan, but I at least gave him credit for, I thought being somewhat genuine. But when he stabbed all his people in the back, because he had the evidence, he could have walked into that convention and gone, "This is mine," and I got the proof. Because WikiLeaks did come out and say, it was stolen from you, here it was. So him capitulating like that, I lost all respect for that.
And he's coming to Chicago.
Well, why would you? I mean, then he starts shilling for Hillary, the woman that gutted him. I mean, that's like if I came and robbed you, and then you come over every week and give me more money.
I know, because the problem being is that everybody who I know who knows things is certain that he was threatened. He would have no political sway at all in the Senate, and he needs it to keep going.
Look, but that's not buying that he was threatened stuff. There's been 3 attempts on this man's life, and he's getting threatened on right now. You don't go into this game.
I'm not talking about being threatened with being killed. I'm talking about everything, first of all, Congress lost, but if the Congress had remained, if he had remained Democrat, everything that he would bring up would be kiboshed. That's why Elizabeth Warren stayed, because, she's got to have they've got to be able to maintain some momentum.
Well, the momentum was crushed because the entire progressive socialist program has been repudiated soundly.
I don't think that's
Oh, really? In that election, the landslide election we just saw, the fact that the entire country you obviously are or might be familiar with Bev Harris.
No, actually, no. I'm sad, man.
Well, Bev Harris is a liberal progressive who's been studying election fraud since 2003.
This is really offensive.
Ma'am, if you'd like to come back here on camera, I will give you money to prove you wrong. Would you like to do that? If I make it, it'll be easy for you to go ahead and defeat me. I will give you money to prove you wrong. Otherwise, I see bullshit walking. Bev Harris is the head of Black Box Voting. I would highly, especially being what you're doing.
Yeah.
She is an extraordinary investigator into election fraud.
Okay, I'm very familiar with the, of course now his name is, Greg, I can't think of his name, but I watched... Palast, yes, of course. Greg Palast, and I do watch RT. It's the only thing that gives us news.
Have you, do you go to InfoWars at all?
No, actually no, and I will...
Go to InfoWars, of course, Drug, Zero Hedge.
Truth Dig.
James Colbert out of Japan. There are a lot of good ones now because these guys, if anybody lost in this election, it was them. was the media.
Yeah. Oh, well,
They lied to
actually,
us.
the media, you know, to me, four major reasons that it turned out the way it did was the Democratic National Committee backing the wrong horse and
Totally corrupt.
doing all the lying and the corruption.
Totally corrupt.
The Bernie people not fighting back.
Well, I think the Bernie people fought back.
Well,
I didn't think.
I mean his campaign not
Yeah.
suing.
Yeah.
Because like just in Iowa, a couple
Yeah.
little percentage points, she had to win. She had to win, and the person in
7
Iowa.
coin tosses go her
Yes,
way.
yes. And then the DNC was they were supposed to have monitoring of the
Yeah.
caucus places, and they did not have people out at all. They did not. This woman told me, who was a delegate from Iowa, she said, tremendous election, tremendous fraud in Polk County. Never challenged, nothing. You know, ridiculous. And states that he should have won. You know, and see, they so totally expected to win Michigan that they left him alone. So that's how he won Michigan, because they didn't do it. The DNC
Well, you
didn't
heard
do
what
anything.
you heard what Michael Moore said about it.
Yeah, well,
I'm not a big fan.
Michael Moore, I discovered is a whore because
Yes, he is.
His agent is Ari Emanuel.
Yeah, he's
I was totally shocked because I said, if he was so outspoken, where was he before? He never made appearances for Bernie.
he's a
He
total
never did.
hypocrite and a total fraud. But he did say this, because he's from the Rust Belt. He says, you
Very
know,
Rust Belt.
yeah, this will be the biggest FU the middle class has ever shown towards the establishment. And it was. You know.
Well, he was part of the.
Oh yeah, no, to me he's a scumball.
Because what they did with Trump land too, you know, he was on Democracy Now. I watched Democracy Now, and he was being interviewed. And what the Trump people did was they took parts of Trump land and they edited it, and then they showed it to people that made it seem like Michael Moore was for Trump.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was a stupid thing to do
Yeah.
at the last minute. What kind of a stupid thing was that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the media, the DNC, the Bernie campaign not suing, and you know, all of those, you know, well, and then what helped him win with the votes was, you know, like he was using Bernie's, you know, talk, and you know, and she never.
Well, I don't know if in a sense, if you want to look at how this election was formed, this was supposed to be against Clinton against Bush.
Yeah.
That's what it was supposed to be. And we were supposed to just go business as usual. Oh shit, you know, right? But the anger that has been built up over the past, the fact that Bush lied to us, the fact that Obama lied to us, we've had enough.
Yes.
We've had enough.
Yes. Enough.
And what a catalyst was the internet overtaking the mainstream media.
Yes.
So us talking together, Twitter, Facebook, you know, and seeing the alt news sites, RT, going right, you know, Al Jazeera, or wherever else you would go besides the corporate-owned news, was a huge catalyst in this. It's changed the entire paradigm because we basically knocked out the pillars of power, the illusionary pillars of power that the elites have to control us. This man wasn't supposed to happen.
Right.
Coming in with his own money because, again, you're absolutely correct. If you listen to Bernie Sanders,
I don't like to be right.
I know. Well, you're right in the fact that Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump were speaking the same populist message.
Exactly. Well, he took it.
Well, no, I don't think he took anything. I think it was of the time, and because this is what the people were screaming for.
Well, what I'm saying is he's smart.
He seized the moment.
He was a showmanship.
Yeah, he seized the moment.
It was just like Larry King's, and Ed Schultz were having a discussion, and that was the whole thing about him being on Larry King and it was RT is so ridiculous. people knew, Larry King doesn't go around an announcement, but everybody knew Larry King, and so Larry King's on RT. Well, Larry King's on RT because Larry King, when he on some, he does podcast, he does this and that. He's not going to be on mainstream media anymore.
Yeah.
He figured out, he made all his money. He doesn't need, But I mean, and that's so Chris Hedges. And Chris Hedges, oh my God, that Chris Hedges is on now. That's a really scary thing because Chris Hedges, I'd always read his stuff, and it's so true. I mean, I knew he's preaching, but it would scare the bejesus out of me and everybody else. But that's what's happening.
Yeah, well, indeed, and that's.
So that's
that
lady.
Oh yeah, the rejection that people have of hard truth is somewhat understandable, but cannot be forgiven. I mean, the truth is not always nice. It's not.
No.
The truth is it can be hard and cold and ugly.
Especially in this country.
Yeah, and well, pretty much anywhere in the world.
Well, true.
Yeah,
What is Aleppo?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta vote for a president who's going to a candidate that treats the campaign and the whatever is a Jeopardy question.
Yeah. Being out here and being able to talk to different people, I've heard a lot of pros and cons about Trump. Some of the pros, though, I heard were kind of made me go, wow, maybe this guy's real. In the sense that this is the biggest one. I got this from two sources, separate from each other, so it's like David credibility. There were some special ops guys that were deep cover down in South America that got stranded, and it would have been too risky for the government. The government just abandoned. Obama abandoned him. He wasn't going to rescue him. Trump sent his own plane to go down there and rescue these men. Now, no one's heard about that. It's not like out there in the news.
Well, supposedly there's a lot of things that Trump did that were good things.
That kind of made me go, man, maybe this guy's for real. Maybe he's real. So I've given him the benefit of the doubt. Hope he does come through with some of the things he said he's going to do. Because we really, as a country, have had it. We cannot take any more phonies.
No.
We can't do it.
And right now, of course, the DNC is.
Oh, they're eating each other.
Who's going to be the DNC? The DNC leader.
Well, that's another thing. Did you hear who Bernie suggested?
Well, Keith Ellison, yes.
The Muslim?
Yes, but to finish this out, to finish this conversation out, I gotta go. And I'm sure you have people to talk to too.
Oh no, you believe me.
You do.
Oh no,
I'm sure he has other people to talk to.
You don't need to check me out. Just looking. Somebody told me about this place.
Oh, thank you. Good or bad?
Oh, good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I never know.
He doesn't see.
Yeah, there are people who are very politically correct and might take offense.
Well, somebody did.
Somebody got upset?
Somebody came and said, this is offensive. This is really offensive.
Yeah. That happens so rarely compared to that. Because people always ask me what kind of reaction I get. I said, mostly happened. I mean, since the time you've been here, most people just walk by. Overwhelmingly, the people that stop and look at my work appreciate at least me being out here. And the few that have contention, pretty much I react the way you saw. They come up and they say something and they story on. So, yeah, I'm not,
I like Con News today.
They're the biggest losers in all of this. No one's going to believe them anymore, which is great.
Well, they have their credibility.
It's gone.
Con News today.
Yeah, it's gone. I mean, I won't even believe the ball scores on them anymore. I mean, they're discredited. I don't know. I love the look on their faces on election night when they
Yeah.
were seeing the results.
Oh, Chris Matthews was hilarious. The whiny, crying
Yes, I
baby
know.
Hillary, the guy who should have recused himself and who should have been fired
Yeah.
because his wife was running for, I think his wife was running for Congress, and she was all fueled by the DNC, by Hillary money, and that's, political partiality, and he should not have even been.
Well, you and I can both remember when just a hint of scandal would ruin a political career forever.
That's right.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah, you can do anything.
I haven't been indicted as the standard. It's,
Yeah. Well, he's not going to do anything. So.
well, if he
He's not
doesn't,
gonna
we're
put her
going
in
after him.
jail.
I'm telling you, he better. He better.
Because somebody said, do you think they'll prosecute Hillary? And I said, no.
He better.
I don't think so.
He better.
Well, I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Oh, God, I'll be looking
Let's figure
forward to
this
it
out.
here. I hope we can, have a few more laughs rather
Oh,
than
and,
more than
and,
anything
and
else.
And hopefully Howard Dean won't
Here's a
be
message
head
for
of
the public.
DNC.
Yeah.
The same old people.
I
the
know.
same
We need some rest.
He's
Yeah.
such an idiot.
Yes, he is.
Anyway.
God bless you. Thank you.
And a notice to the public right here.
Yes.
Somebody threw it over here.